take is digital communication. This is the most fundamental and essential concept of engineering and electronics and communication department. So more or less we have already studied the communication theory and more concepts related to communication subjects. So in this slide we are mainly concentrating only on digital communication rather than analog communication. So normally communication involves many processes. Before transmitting the signal, we have to convert the signal into a form that is suitable for communication. Then only the signal will be transmitted perfectly and efficiently. So initially the data format is converted by the source block in the communication system, and then only the signal is transmitted by means of transmitter. After transmitting the signal, the signal from the source format is converted to the receiver format via the channel. The channel involves so many blocks, which involves digital communication modulation techniques such as pulse code modulation and pulse amplitude modulation or pulse width modulation. So finally, like the source format in the transmitter side, the recipient format is also in the receiver side. So in the receiver, the signal is received by means of the communication concepts. Next, this is general introduction about the digital communication system. It consists of various blocks. The functional blocks of transmitter are transducer and modulator, and which comprises of amplifier and so many circuits. In addition to that, power amplifier, which is the most efficient block in the transmitter side. Finally, the antenna. We have already studied many types of antennas. In the channel, we can either use optical communication or digital modulation techniques. Finally, the receiver contains. Here also, receiving antenna is present. Finally, there are various types of communication systems. We can either use mobile communication or we can use telephone channels. In public switched telephone network, we can send a message through voice or through text message like fax or modem, modulator or demodulator. And then satellite communication, which involves various communication, uplink and downlink frequencies. Finally, the broadcasting networks consisting of data communication networks like local area network and wide area network or metropolitan area network. And this is the initial introduction about the information that is performed mainly in the source side of the transmitter. Here the various signal formats like electromagnetic signal or optical signal is involved in the communication system. In the digital system, the data, actually the messages are converted into bits, data bits. That consist of binary digits and information. Here also we are using analog to digital converter in the transmitter side, and the receiver side we are using digital to analog converter, so that the original signal can be recovered back from the message signal. And one question may arise, why this digital communication we are using? It consists of actually various advantages. The main advantages are the processing is very easier and the cost is very simple. So hence we are using the digital communication as compared to analog communication. Data compression technique. Initially we are reducing the size of the message so that the data will be fully transmitted. Here also we are using error correction techniques like Hamming code or window techniques, various things. And the equalization. Equalization is the process of reducing the message so that using binary digits weights we can reduce the error that is actually introduced in the signal. And also we are mainly using digital communication for in the security point of view. Finally, various digital techniques like we are using for mixing the signal and the data so that the original signal can be recovered. Next, this is the actual concept regarding the process involved in the communication. Initially, a pulsating signal is used in the transmitter side. That is the original message signal which is received in the receiver side. And in between the transmitter and the receiver, due to some unwanted noise or error which arises in the communication channel, we are estimating that amount of error or noise present in the signal using some algorithm that involves the propagation distance from the transmitter to the receiver. This is the actual concept involved in the communication. In the transmitter side, the encoder, encryption and modulator is used. The same block is used in the receiver also. Decoder and decryption and demodulator. Whatever happening in the transmitter side, that is the reverse operation performed in the receiver. When we are modulating the signal in the transmitter, we are demodulating the signal in the receiver. When we are encoding the signal in the transmitter, we are decoding the signal in the receiver. Finally, for security purpose, we are using encryption and decryption techniques that involves measuring the amount of error and keeping the security point of view. Formatting involves the message that is converted into a form that is suitable for communication. Here we are using a redundant information. Redundant information actually involves various concepts besides the level and the accuracy point of view. Next slide. For reliable communication, we are mainly using digital communication. The redundant information are actually reflected in the message sequence. Finally, the data processing involves coherent and non-coherent receivers. Coherent receiver means it actually involves from the transmitter synchronously communicated from the receiver. In non-coherent modulation techniques, we are not maintaining the synchronism from the transmitter to the receiver. Anytime we can transmit and anytime we can receive. But coherent detection involves whenever we are transmitting the signal using the same clock frequency and the phase of the transmitter signal, same concept, same information can be used in the receiver also. Finally, the transformation involving digital communication, particularly noise reduction, involves fading and jamming interference. These three will be reflected in the receiver. Next slide. And the main advantage of digital communication is we can transmit many number of signals using multiplexing. Either time division multiplexing or frequency division multiplexing can be used. When the same time period the signal is received, it is involved in the time division multiplexing. Whereas in frequency division multiplexing, we are transmitting many signals in terms of frequency slots. This is the functional diagram and the block diagram of communication in digital formats involving various types of in digital communication. Next slide. Yeah, this is already we have seen why we are using digital communication. The same question is again and again you can ask, and the answer is same. But the advantage of digital communication is mainly lower cost and simple implementation of the circuits that is used in the digital communication. Yes. The design of the digital communication system involves various factors involving transmission rate and how much we are utilizing the system in terms of the transmission rate. Here we can use the bit rate and the transmission rate. Finally, the complexity of the system can be reduced and involving required minimum power. Yes, types of digital communication system we are using involving carrier modulation using pulse code modulation and the pulse amplitude modulation. Thank you.